Well, this house is going to be knocked down tomorrow. It's been condemned by the city, and it's obvious to tell why. There was extensive damage here. The number one problem, the roof came off. I'm here in the garage, it's totally off. The main living structure behind me, most of the roof is off the front half of the house, so all the water got in there and destroyed everything. Did it have to come off? No, not really. There are ways to keep a roof on. The inexpensive way is a rafter clip. These cost about 20 cents a piece, and you nail them onto the top plate of your wall and onto the rafter. This house didn't have them, so when the wood had wind against it, it just cracked the wood and broke off. But if they would have put these along the top wall plate and nailed them to the rafters, it would have taken 3 times as much wind, because you'd actually have to break this steel in half or actually shear the nails, so it would have been much, much stronger. If you look at this wall also, you can tell that it's leaning over. And even if the rest of the house wasn't damaged, we'd have to tear down this wall. That's because the wall was just nailed in place. It's not bolted down. It's not wrapped in oriented strand board or anything. It's just the studs themselves with just a little ply on the outside, so it didn't hold together at all. So just a few simple things, very inexpensive. To bolt the whole house down, you're probably looking at $50. Rafter clips on the whole house again is about $100, and might have been able to save this home. Now, this home wasn't as close to the path of the tornado as the other was, so it sustained less damage. What did happen was the wind came in and blew out both of the garage doors. That high wind filled up the garage itself, it blew out the common wall, and it blew off the roof decking off the top of the house. We didn't lose the rafters, but we did lose all of our shingles and the decking itself on the garage. When it blew out the common wall of the house between the garage and the house, it destroyed a room up top also. There was no rafter clips or anything holding it in place, and it wasn't wrapped with plywood or oriented strand board. So there is damage there, but this can be fixed. Now, if you live in an area that's prone to tornadoes or hurricanes, it's not a bad idea to get a wind-resistant garage door. From the outside, it looks like any other garage door, but it's braced up on the inside, and when you shut it, it's in tension, so there's less chance of it blowing in a high wind. Just think about it. It's just a few $100s. It may save you a lot of damage. Let's go over here where they're rebuilding a house. Take a look. Over here where they're doing new construction, they've started right on the corners, and that's by wrapping it in oriented strand board, OSB. Looks a little bit like plywood, but what it is a series of pieces of wood that are glued together, and it makes for a really strong panel. Now, we want that on our corners minimum. It'd be great to have around the whole house. In more expensive homes, you do see it around the whole house. The reason for it is it keeps the house from racking back and forth, and it keeps it together when a wind's blowing against it. What we do is actually nail the oriented strand board to the base plate of our wall, then we nail it all the way up the studs, and then we nail it across the top plate. So those studs can't pull apart, they stay together. It's almost like building a little tank, and that's what we want, a really strong structure. So if it gets hit by a wind, we're going to be okay. And these things aren't expensive. Wrapping a whole house in oriented strand board is less than a couple $1,000s. Bolting it down is less than $50. Rafter clips on the whole house again is about $100. Just a few inexpensive items would have saved these families a lot of heartache.